Okay, I'll share my screen. Can you see my PowerPoint right now? Okay, good. How many here were was able to watch the Monday call? Okay, one. Okay, so it was kind of exciting, right? The products that's coming out. How many understood what Corey Lindley was talking about? That this will be the largest launch for any direct selling company. It's as if you were in a brand new company. So that's why we're doing all this right now. Okay. So I think I mentioned it to some people, but Russell Butters in the call for in the Diamond Group, some people were asking about what do they see, what's going to happen. And he said this in the comments, the last 4 months of this year will be pretty special. Okay. It will build momentum for 2023. The key is having a plan how you're going to keep that going. It's a given. Right now, everybody's excited. And, you know, we're, the thing is, what do you do with that excitement once convention has come? Post convention is going to be here. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Today, we're going to have some time to share your thoughts, how you guys are doing. So, the question I think we need to all answer, because I met with some leaders last week, and they said they want to know how to make money. And I asked them, how much do you want to make, and why do you want to make it? And the other question is, why do you want to make it now? Okay. This whole series will make more sense once you understand your own personal goal and objective and why you want to do it now. Okay, we really want to get into that, but we'll go that a little bit more. I've been talking to some of my leaders, and what do you folks think is the hardest thing about this launch and building by momentum? Let's take a few of you guys' thoughts and what you think about what is the hardest thing for you. And I'll share you what I think is the hardest thing. That's not all volunteer at one time. Oh, shall I just start picking everybody one by one?
I'll go first.
Okay, good.
Well, for me, because I'm still learning everything, I'm not really sure like how to share because I didn't really have any type of class of my own yet. I
Okay.
mean, other than inviting people. So that's my challenge. I
Okay.
guess right now I'm just trying to invite people.
All right.
But eventually I want to be able to be like you, Howard.
You definitely will do
I'm,
it.
I'm confident where I can go and meet people, but that's where I want to be, but that's not where I am now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for me, I just have to invite people because I don't know how to share.
Okay. All right. What? Okay. What is the right now? I'm asking for those who just came up. What is the hardest thing right now going into this launch? Corey Lindley says this will be the largest launch of a direct selling company. As if this was a brand new company, it's going to be a huge launch. And I've been involved in the network marketing where they've always said this is the biggest launch, and it's totally amazing. But if Corey Lindley says that, and he was with Nu Skin, he sort of opened up the Nu Skin China, so he has seen launches, and Nu Skin has been big. China is big. So what is your biggest what is the hardest thing to do right now? Anybody else want to say?
I'll go.
Yes.
Basically convincing people why they need to buy a convention ticket or why they need to buy the kit, why they
Okay.
need those products.
Okay. Yes, that's a challenge. Okay. Anybody else?
I'll go.
Okay.
That's pretty much my
Okay.
difficulty too. Convincing them and actually finding the right people, or because I have so many of my current members are not really active.
Okay.
So trying to determine which ones to really convince.
Okay. Good. Good. Anybody else feel the same way or have a different thing that's is making this? What would make it easier? What is your biggest challenge so we can talk about it as we get into, because I don't want to do a presentation that just gives you some information, but you don't have anything to work on to get you moving forward, right? I think many of you have been to many classes, many seminars, and at the end of the day, end of the week, you're back at the same position, right? How many guys feel that way? No? You go to each one and he says, where's the magic? Where it is? Where is it? I'm just waiting for the magic word that's going to make me jump off and just run to everybody, and everybody's going to hear what I want to hear. Okay. Right. So what is the biggest challenge that you have? Because I'm going to share what I'm working on. We've been working on it since February, March. Anybody else? Who's that? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know anything about the products.
Okay. You don't know anything about the products. That's better yet.
Whatever that blue lotion is.
Okay.
I tried it. It worked on my arm, and that's it.
Okay. 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 All right. Good. Anybody else? Robert or Joey, what do you think is very hard on this launch, creating a massive momentum? Scotty, you have a large group.
Yeah, I think for the most part, people are afraid to just mention that there's a new product line. You feel like you're coming off very salesy.
Okay.
And I know that feeling because I've been through it before. What really has to happen is you have to become, and you will, after you get the products, become a product of your products.
Okay.
So the idea is that Howard and I have been around since rocks were young. We know that in order for us to gain that confidence, we had to use the products and we had to have some measure of success. And when you do, and you have the success coming not only from your own personal experience, but maybe with your own family and friends, your close circle of influence, the people closest to you, and they're having the same positive effect, you begin to believe, or you begin to build a belief in the product, in the company, and in your ability to say, hey, this is something that we can work on together, and you don't have to be afraid anymore. I've heard it said we don't know enough about the products. That might be true, but there are a lot of presentations being made out there. I just did one this evening on the product line. Then it took me like 5 minutes to get through it, and it was enough to have two of the people who were on the call say, how do I sign up for those products? They're already involved in doTERRA, but they want access to it. They already know. And it wasn't hard. It was just simply knowing enough about the product line to say that, if you want, getting old really sucks. I know that for a fact. But, if your physical age allows you to suffer while you're getting old, then this product line, will allow your biological age to slow that aging process down and have you actually feel as good at 80 as you did at 60. Have you feel as good at 70 as you did at 40. Those are the things that you have to understand about this product line and why it's such a huge deal. If you can talk to your closest relatives, family, and friends just about that, would you like to age gracefully, or would you like to just simply suffer through the aches and pains that age brings? I have a way that we can probably help you. Let's sit down and talk. That's what we do. So it worked out well. It took only 5 minutes. I've just been talking for like 3, and I'm sure you guys got the gist of what I was trying to say.
Yes, very good. Wise advice from Scotty. We've been around a while. We've been here a while. Yeah, so that comes with our white hair, right? So one time I'm dressed in a t-shirt, jeans, and Holland's dressed up, and we were at a meeting, and this lady started talking to me, and he turned to me and goes, "How come they're talking to you instead of me?" I says, "Well, white hair earns that respect, So that's true. And today I was going down in our condominium, and this lady, she's retired, and she had a Lexus. And I walk out there, she has a new Mercedes, beautiful red Mercedes. But as she came out, she was using a walker. And I'm saying to myself, wow, you're retired now. You have a nice car, but you're not really enjoying what you have today, what you worked so hard for all these years. And I think what we have is going to be a solution for many people, for those who want to enjoy what they've been working very hard. But anybody else wants to talk about their biggest challenge? And this is a working session. The series is for working. This is not a straight lecture. I'm hoping that we can help you get through this, your challenges, and get you moving forward, because it's going to be an exciting time. There's going to be an amazing amount of products. So the products will be, I think, once you see the results, it's going to be totally amazing, and you're going to say, I should have shared more quicker. So what is your biggest challenge? Okay. Yeah, you don't know. Okay. Anybody else wants you? Please go ahead. There's no wrong answer. The reason I always ask during my sessions or my classes, I want to make sure this presentation addresses your questions, not what I think is my challenge. Anybody else? Okay. If not, if you don't mind, with your permission, I'm going to share you what my biggest challenge was going into this. With AromaTouch, all this, the biggest challenge was a mind shift change for myself personally and my team members. And for some of you may not know, I have about 4 people in Japan who does my social media. I have 2 in the Philippines and 1 here. I needed them to shift from essential oils to collagen and AromaTouch. It got to the point yesterday, I've been asking since July, I don't want to see any more posts in Japan on essential oils, period. And I says, and this is the same with my other people. And the reason is they won't shift. They're still so comfortable translating, finding information on essential oils instead of collagen. Okay. This has been my biggest challenge. And it's not only with them, it's also with my leaders to say, there is a massive momentum coming. And it gets to the point, how many of you have parents that would tell you over and over the same thing? And you say, I've heard it how many times? There you go again, right? But I've learned in the process when I worked at a corporate company called McDonald's, you have to repeat yourself. Even if they heard you, you repeat it until they do it. How many of you guys still have the voice where you can hear someone in your life telling you something that today you're doing it, but at that time you didn't want to listen? You just say, get away from me, right? But this is the biggest challenge. And the challenge is this: can you outlast the people who's ignoring you? The inner voice. Scotty's smiling, right? Because if you have a large team like Scotty, enough of people that doesn't ignore you, that doesn't listen to you, the people that you're approaching, they start ignoring, it starts wearing on you. This is the biggest challenge I have, is this, the mindset change. And this is what it is. This product is about a mind shift change. We're moving from essential oils to gateway products, and to see that this will be the largest launch of any company. I don't know if you guys picked up on Corey talking a little bit about some companies that's having some challenging years. Our biggest company that does essential oils besides us have closed down several markets. Brazil is one of them, and they're talking about closing down China. That is huge. You don't hear that in our company. We're still there, we're holding tight, and we're still growing. Okay, but it comes with mind shift changes, right? So, and to repeat, we're going to keep repeating all that. So 1 week ago, like I said, I'm going to teach you what I do. Doesn't mean you have to do this. Like, I went to another person last week and she wants to know about how to make money. Now, I've been talking to her since January. I knew she needed to make money and all this. And the biggest challenge for me with her is not about, can you make money? I needed her to have a shift in strategy. The strategy is, I'm going to do what it takes with doTERRA. Okay, she's a massage therapist. She knows aroma touch. So I sat there and I asked her, what are you talking about? You need to make money. Why are you interested? Come to find out, her daughter in Japan wants to go to college, and she needs to pay $10,000 a year in tuition. And it's $5,000 and $5,000, two separate payments. And I go, other than that, is there anything else? She says, yes, I'm helping pay the mother's mortgage. And I says, how much is that? She says, $1,000 a month. So rather than just show her the comp plan and all this, I said, if I could show you a way that I'm making the money, would you look at how I do it? So what I'm trying to do is have her do a shift in the way she thinks. I don't want her to do anything else but to shift, to say, how are you making the money? And if I could show you how to make $500, or this can apply to people's health, if I can help you reverse your age biologically another 5-10 years and look younger, get rid, would that make a difference? I needed her to tell me yes before I showed her anything else. She needed to commit. And some of you who work on the health side, it's the same thing. You need to have them say, I want to live healthier. You need to get that commitment first. So when I work with leaders, that's the first thing I want, is a commitment, not to me, not to doTERRA, but to their own goals. And I asked her, how important is it that you pay your daughter's tuition? She goes, very important. That's why she works two jobs. And but it's, as a massage therapist, every couple times a week, she needs to go and see an acupuncturist and a massage person because her hands are sore. Okay. And I says, well, what about your mother's mortgage? She says, yes, I'm paying for it because her mom can't make the payments. And I says, if I could show you a way, would you look at how I do this business? She goes, sure. So then we explain the comp plan to her and all that. So first of all, you need to have a solid, you have good uplines to know exactly what is your objective. Is, you know, sometimes the dollar amount can vary from people to people, some 200, 500,000. I had another person, she goes, I want to make 2,000 a month. And I go, if I showed you a way, would you just sit there and listen to what I got to say? And you know what? Most people, most people say, of course, right, Scotty? They all want to make money, right? They always say, so I says, this person, I said, do you know how to make $500 a month? She goes, kinda. Do I sign up? And she told me, I sign up all these people, and in 3 to 4 months, I only made $400. I said, do you know why you only made 400? Says, yeah, I get my fast start and all. She doesn't understand placement. All the challenge with this situation was, it wasn't she wasn't working hard. She wasn't able to shift her mindset to a strategy. Her strategy was go out, talk to people, and have them come and do Aroma Touch. So I said, this is your first goal, is to make $500, because she wants to make 2,000. Why? She needs to put an extension on her home. I already know, because I've talked to her. She wants to put an extension for her daughter, but she's collecting Social Security. She doesn't want to incur another big mortgage, right, at that age, right? I heard some of your stories where you've all of a sudden incurred, at the days that you're supposed to enjoy your life, you've incurred a huge mortgage or expense, right? So she did not want to have another huge mortgage. Her home's paid off. When you're in the 70s, do you want to get another mortgage for another 30 to 60,000? That's another 30 years, So I says, okay, if I can show you how to make money at 500, would you be interested if you can make 1,800 a month? Because that 1,800 to 2,000 is what she's looking. The 500 is too little. I says, listen, if you can make 500, do you want to know how you're going to make 1,800? How many guys know how? If you know how to make 500, which is not very hard, it's not easy, but it's doable. And if you were on Monday's call, this MetaPower is going to help you make 500. I says, if you can make 500, do you think there's anybody on your team, this other lady that wants to make that mortgage and the tuition is on her front line? Do you think she wants to make 500 just like you? She goes, tell me what I have to do. I says, good. If you have 3 people making 500, that's 3 premiers. That means you're at a rank called gold. In the beginning, your income is going to be about 1,800, provided you sign up 2 people a month. 1,800. So you're 200 short of your mortgage. Would that be of interest to you? She says, absolutely. Okay. First thing I needed her to shift the strategy to say, I want 1,800. She had to tell me. Then I said, did you want to make 500? Yes. I didn't even tell her what she needed to do. The first thing I need a mind shift change. Then I asked her, who's on your team? Okay. And I go, oh, when you sign people, I'm going to get a little trouble with this. When you sign people up, remember when I did the thing with Creating the Craze where Elise Chedevy, where she looks for connectors, and she's not interested if they're going to sign up. This is a shift. You're going to look for people who's going to give you referral. I says, this gentleman, he's a personable guy. He knows a lot of people, but he doesn't want to build a business. He's already signed up. Do you think he has people that can bring at least another 5, 10 people for Yuki, her front line? Yes. But he doesn't want to do the business. I said, Tachiko, I didn't ask you, does he want to do the business? I just asked you a simple, does he know people? He's a professional piano player. Okay, so he has a lot of people come. This is where the mind shift. I have to repeat to myself, to her, until she says, okay, tell me what it is. Okay. I said, this person knows a lot of people, but he doesn't want to build a business. People like him. Do you think he knows about 5 to 20 people that he can refer you to? She goes, I don't see why not. So she went in and talked to him. And this is what she said. She called me up kind of in tears. She says, Howard, I just want to tell you something. I went to this person and I said, we need to talk. And he was eating dinner. So he says, oh, okay, well, after dinner, we'll talk. And he says, what do you want? What do you need? He says, so-and-so? I'm going to call him John. It's easy when I give a name. John, I need to do this and to build a business. It'll help Yuki and it'll help this person. And he says, is that all you need? He says, yes. Well, that's no problem. I'll just let you know who they are and you can go and talk to them and you can even give them Aroma Touch. Because she had a good relationship with this person. All she needed to be was honest. You know, she says, I know you're really not interested in building a doTERRA business, but do you know anybody who could benefit from feeling younger? It doesn't matter what it is, but she's loves to do Aroma Touch. And I know everybody here on this call loves Aroma Touch, right? Can do it, right? She actually, when somebody buys her lunch, she says, thank you very much. You know what? Since you bought me lunch, I'm going to gift you with an Aroma Touch. Okay. One person signed up with $600, you know, because they love the Aroma Touch. But it came from a shift in her mindset, which gave her the ability to hear. Without listening, without the shift in mindset, she was not hearing me before. You know, she would not listen to what I was telling her to do. So mind shift change is important. So some of you may want to sit there. Do I really need to reach my goal? Do I really need to have this momentum? Okay. Before you say yes or no, let me share some other things. Okay. Mind shifts makes the strategy work. The strategy does not work if you don't shift into saying, I need to make a change. Whatever mind shift it is, it's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you how to do this business. That is clearly up to you. This is the beauty of doTERRA, is that you have the ability to build it your way. Okay. And there's no one way to be successful at this. Scotty does not build like I do. I don't build like Neil. And it's worked for both of us, all of us. Okay. So let's try to understand. We're all very successful adults here. We are successful in whatever we do. You can make it. Okay. So what is your goal objective in building the momentum? I just want to make this series make sense to you. What is your rank objective by December 2022? Whether it's manager, director, executive, put it down. Did you know if you write it down, you're going to most likely a year later look at it and says, wow, I achieved it. You know what? I wanted to reach a certain rank of diamond. I did not achieve it, but I achieved it 2 months later. But I found it somewhere that I had written down. Okay. So, and what is your rank objective by July 2020? This may not make sense right now, but as I go through this slides, it'll make sense later. And the goal is to keep repeating to yourself whatever shift you want to make. Okay. My goal with the MetaPower is to lose belly fat. Be better, get rid of my brain fog, you know, sleep better. They say if I sleep better, my hair will grow better. So those are the things that I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, so why now? Why do we want to do it now? You got to know why you want to do it. Why not next year? Why not, after your vacation, or you got to know why. You know, you have to plan why you're going to do this massive thing. How to have more meetings, planning your calendar to January 15, 2023. What tools can you use? When I work with people, the reason I go to January 15, because like Russell Butter says, this will be an amazing 4 months. And what does that mean, amazing? Those of you who saw, you can now buy 2 convention tickets for the $35. It's amazing, right? Now the spouses don't have to fight who's going to go get the product. They don't have to sign up their son or daughter or whatever, so they can have the extra products and say, can I get it? What happens if you order under their name? Do you think, what if they say, I want to keep it myself, right? He says, oh, okay, you're my son or daughter. If you're really going to take it, you can have it, but you really wanted it for yourself. But now you can have 2. Okay, because I knew we had a couple. I was talking about this college just like Scotty, and they were both interested. And the husband says, did you order it? And she goes, yeah. And I'm telling myself that he's not going to get any of it. It's going to be for herself, right? So you know what? This is an amazing thing. And so in September, it's going to be amazing for those who want to reach another rank. Scotty, you and I have been through this, right? When people can buy kits. And we don't have to haul it home. Right? So we're going to talk about who are your connectors and who's the connectors of your primary connector. We're going to keep talking about this until it makes sense. But more than that, let's go over. This is a Google Doc. I'll send you the link. It gives you a calendar. Okay, it's free, and it's going to make sense why you need this. This is the calendar we're working on for our campaign. If you look at the dates, these are all the posts that we have on Facebook, Instagram. We're all planning this. I have this for Japan. I also have it for Philippines. When I took some courses, they always told to plan out your social media for 60 days. When I hired people, they already knew about that. But after 2 years, they've been doing it week to week. And on this launch, to make it effective, you need to plan all the way to December. Get your own calendar. Whatever you use, you can plan. You don't have to plug in your social media and all this kind of stuff. But we'll talk about tools that you can use. Okay. Tools for content planning. That's what we call it in social media, content calendar planning. I have a worksheet that you can do it on Google Sheets. I would tell you, those who have not used it, doTERRA Social by doTERRA is one of the best value for beginners. You can schedule posts for Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, multiple groups of Facebooks for the price of $31. How many here use doTERRA Social? Okay. How many would like to take a quick look at doTERRA Social? Let me do it anyway. Humor me.
Howard, I always humor you.
Thank you, Scott. Okay, this is doTERRA Social. And as you notice, this is our Japanese Facebook group. And My Japan people takes the posts and they translate to Japanese. But this is our Facebook group. And you know what? They already provide you, let me see if I can. That's an old one. Hang on 1 second. That's what happens when you have too many things open. Okay, so these are here. This is for week 14th to 21st. So this company already works with doTERRA, and they they make things available. This is for the Instagram. So this is the Facebook group. And all you have to do is go in there. The post is already made every month. They load it up. And we've already done this. You can go here. It's already done. I have efficient people. Let's go to one. This is my business Facebook group. So they won't mind if I put products. Normally it's for, and all you do is go here. Let's say on the 23rd next week. Let's make it earlier. Okay, tomorrow is Wednesday. So Thursday, they're going to talk about Helichrysum. They already wrote something for it, and they already gave you the graphics, and I'm just going to approve it. And tomorrow at 8:49, it's going to post on the Facebook group. Okay. This is great. And if you want to make your own, you can make your own. It'll have graphics you can choose from. Wow, it has all these ideas already here. Meta Power. Okay. It's already doing the work. So you don't have to look for graphics. The downside is everybody else is using, but for beginners, it's the greatest thing. Okay. The Japanese people use this. They go in there, they translate whatever, you know. They also give you copy. They put down what to say. Isn't it so much easier? $31 a year. Okay, this company is called Promo Republic. I went on their site. Their service is $99 a month. $99 a month. And it is, you're going to say, well, they charge too much. No. I'll be honest with you. If you notice, I have all these groups here. On the other packages, I use a program called Planoly. They use that for my Instagram. It's 20-something dollars for the paid program. There's Tailwind, not Tailwindy. You know, there's other programs like that. So if you have anything on any of those social media platforms and you want something that makes, it's like your assistant for less than $3 a month. All you do is go in there, push the button and approve. Okay. Let's be honest with the way Facebook and Instagram is, not everybody's going to see. I'm not going to see Scotty's posts, you know, even though we're friends, unless I'm actively commenting on him. The Facebook algorithm does not show me your posts. Okay. So this is a way to do your content calendar planning. This is one way. We use a different system, which, you know, you can use it, but, you know, I won't go into that. So also, let me see if I can pull this up. Tomorrow, I think they have a webinar on it. The doTERRA has a webinar that shows you how to use it. Okay, if you go to this website, this is from doTERRA. They'll tell you what it's about. No, it's got everything to get you started. This is good for busy moms and busy people. I have a team in the Philippines, about 6 of them using this. They can schedule all their posts and all this. They've gotten really good, so they put different graphics than the ones the company provides. But if you're brand new, it does it all for you. You know, so it's a good tool to have. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna look at this calendar. This is from Google Calendar. To build a massive group or any group, I strongly recommend, this is what I do. I look at the year in advance. Okay. Okay, so this is how I look at it. When I work at a corporate company, it's ingrained in us to do things on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and a yearly basis. We have to submit a plan. Okay, so this is what I look at here. This is August 17th. Yes, I made this calendar today. So during this week, we're going to make connections with the people. Okay, and then this is the convention. So you have all this time to, whether it's one person a week, one person a day, you're going to share. For those of you that don't know about the products, we're going to be having classes, I think next week, Wednesday. Carlisle this week will be talking about base camp, Hawaii. She's going to model at the base camp, the one that's in Utah, which is pretty good. She went there, she forego the diamond retreat so she could go out there and learn how it's done. So let's take it slowly. So this is 17th, you're contacting people, one a day, one every other day. It doesn't matter how many, as long as you're connecting. Like Scotty, I'm sure he's going to meet more people. So on the 15th and 16th, 15th is when on this convention, virtual convention, we order the kit from $35 to $99. They're going to reveal the product live. So, and it's going to be recorded. And the reason I'm saying it at 12 o'clock noon, most likely they're going to allow you to start ordering. That is 8 o'clock Hawaii time. Okay. Get on the classes now. Maybe Scotty, you can help us have some of these classes. I know Casey's working on it, Holland's working on it, maybe Lisa them. You know, get on the class now, because you don't want to get up at 8 o'clock Utah time, which is what time in Hawaii? 3 o'clock, right? 4-hour difference. 4 o'clock. Okay.
4 o'clock.
Yeah. So you have a choice to either get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to start learning about the products, which is going to be amazing, or start learning now to say, I want to get the product. I believe I just want to order. So at 8 o'clock Hawaii time, you can order it. And the good news, if nothing changes, you can order to pick up at the Waipahu Fulfillment Center. Yay, that means you can get it. Most likely it will be on the 16th. You will pick it up. Okay. I will be sending you more testimonies that's coming out of from people already using. In fact, the concern with a lot of people already using the product, they're going to be running out of the product and they'll be without until convention. So this is when you can order it. Okay. And the people are starting to see results in 10 days. So if you get a calendar, I can send you this to you if you want it. Well, I'll send it whether you want it or not. It's part of my materials that I send. Think about it. So you're going to start using for 10 days. And this is what some people, they're getting results. Their brain fog is going away. They're starting to see their skin tighten. What's amazing for me is that people are talking about their belly fat is going down there, the fat accumulation. I used to, believe it or not, once upon a time, I used to wrestle and we had to lose weight. We had ridiculous diets. Can you imagine Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's? We were on a diet. We looked malnourished, when we were wrestling. But the hardest part to lose weight was around your tummy. That part just took the longest time to just get away, no matter what. Oh, Matt was a wrestler. Oh, okay. And it's, you're saying I'm losing weight, but what's happening to, well, what it is, you're losing muscle mass too, right? And water retention. I remember, you can't drink water. You put these, what we used to wear is these wet suits and, put this plastic, so you sweat. But think about it. By the 27th, if you get your kit on the 15, 16, or anybody else on your team or anyone, any friends, they get the results and they're going to start sharing because they have people going to say, are you losing weight? Right? You know, your skin is glowing, you know, or you're not falling asleep as much. So this is the testimony week, right? And the purple is, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. You're doing all these classes or you're talking to people. Okay, what is the target? This is tentative, October 8th. Jake is not going to tell us because he hasn't been given permission. Tentatively, this is where the post-convention is. On the yellow part, remember the orange part, you're taking the product. The yellow part is where you're starting to talk to people and say, look at me. Do you want the same thing? If you're feeling good, you're losing weight, your skin is looking better, there's a chance that some people are going to say yes. So they come to here, and then there's a chance there's buy there because they normally have what you call post-convention kits, and Jake is working for new people to sign up to be encouraged to sign up because it's a good deal. Who doesn't like good deals? Ladies, you like shopping, right? So don't, you know, I don't know why I looked over there. I have videos and everything all over. So this is here. So then we have all this going on. You're having me all the purples. You have all the purples that you want. Okay. All the purple. So normally around this time, what we have is BOGO. Okay. People will buy BOGO products. Okay. Then you have more meetings, and you know, normally the rest of the year, I've tried having meetings during December. May as well take it off. For me, I'm taking off. I'm just gonna enjoy. All the hard work is here, right? They're gonna have a 200 PV program. They're gonna have enrollment programs. It will go to middle of January. Okay, so some of you may not understand this, Scotty. You can verify, but these are months that we can help our team achieve a new rank, which could help you go to the US leadership. In the past, you had to be a silver and above. But recently, they've allowed, because we're rebranding and regrowing our leadership. If you rank up here, possibly elite, preferably premier, and have some enrollments, you can go to the leadership retreat. Oh, it'll be in March. What I put here is usually it's BOGO, but they surprised us last year. They didn't have it in February. Okay, so these are things, and then in July and August that we have another rank qualification. So this is how I plan things out. I plan events out. Next Wednesday, we'll have Jake on the call again to continue this visceral fat. Yeah, hard to reduce. You know, Jake will be on the call. We're going to continue to find more people to bring more belief and learn how to use the products. And this is the plan right here. So does that help? Kind of give you, you know, I don't want you guys, because we're pushing massive momentum, but you go, what for? What are we doing this for? And this is it. Okay, so let's go back to talking to your friends. Some don't know what the product is. And if you don't, then Holland will be doing a class. I don't know, Scott, if you're going to do any Zoom class. Scotty, you want to say something?
Yeah, I do. You know, you're talking about attending leadership. You know, leadership is one of the things that actually helps you become a leader. And when you become a leader, then you are the person that people look toward for information, and you will have it because leadership teaches you that. What I wanted to say basically is with this new MetaPower line coming out, in all likelihood, it's going to be a 30-day supply, like just like LLV and whatnot, which means the convention kit as it is about 150 PV that people will want to be getting monthly. If you want to be an elite, you know, getting 150 PV and talking to the people now, elite becomes very easy. But I want to ask you something too, and Howard taught me this a long time ago. He said, which is easier? Is it easier to become elite or is it easier to become premier? Howard told me it's premier because basically, you know, what is a premier? It's basically having three legs that are 2,000, right? Is it easier to have 2,000 PV, have somebody get 2,000 PV? Or is it easier for someone to struggle and get past the 2,000 to get to 3,000 and become an elite? I tell you, there's a lot of people, if you want to become gold, teach them how to get to 2,000 because it's easier, it's simpler. You will, in fact, become a gold person in doTERRA simply by teaching people how to become premiers. 2,000, it's a lot simpler than 3. And if you are a premier, guess what? You're going to leadership, and it is a place where you will grow and where you will learn leadership and you will learn the things that other leaders are talking about. That's why you go to leadership. It's amazing. Thank you for letting me share that, Howard. It's a little different.
Oh, absolutely. I love you sharing your experience and wisdom. A lot of my strategy is a little different, and that's because I had to build goals to be a blue diamond. And when I was a diamond, you know, you need 4 silvers. Then you go, oh my gosh, I need to go through this whole process of getting them to gold. So at that point, any new front line that comes in, the process is to get them to the $2,000 income level, which is the gold, which that's why Scotty's talking about elite premier. It's no different. It's very doable if you help people hit 2,000 and 2,000. With the new product, it's going to help. Okay, so let's ask some of you your challenge of getting people to help you find their connections. If you go in, I really think if you go in thinking that I'm just trying to help your connections be either healthier, and in Hawaii, metabolic health is huge. I don't know if you know that. I got into doTERRA because of the Terrazyme. The person who's involved with it, Scotty knows this. His goal was to help people who's diabetic, which was primarily himself. Okay, so I got into it, you know, and metabolic health is huge. It's always been, you know, and I needed something. And I've been, you know, we know the protocol using the coriander, grapefruit, and what's the other one?
Cassia.
Yes, yes. Okay, more MetaPower, please. But the challenge is, I don't know. As you get older, you use this and you take it out. I have to use this now so that I can hold it steady. And I have these droppers, you know, to put the oil inside here, right? And then, you know, I go this and you suck it up and you drop a few drops here. You know, how many guys do that? You don't do it, right? If I told you, yeah,
I just
Scotty,
bought a glass drop.
yeah. So, you know, the other way is just what I've done is I take Slim and Sassy and I add Cassia to it to boost the Cassia thing. But let me tell you, it's hot, right? And I just take it like this. But how many of you can, you know, this will lower your blood sugar, right? You know, I have people whose A1C has dropped from 12 to 6 because of that. But we had a person in Big Island, we demonstrated, and the wife has a problem with blood sugar issues. And I said, this will help. And he says, do you have any cassia or anything, any of this? I said, yeah, I have cassia. I brought cassia. I'm going to buy 3. And go, why? I want my wife to take it. Still today, she has not used it. Why? You try to tell her to put it in a capsule or take it like this, it doesn't happen. But I'm excited because the MetaPower that's coming out has been tested. They've done some clinical tests to control your blood sugar, right? And it comes in capsules, beadlets, and oils. And it's 3 ways that people can put, it's just powerful. I've been working with the diabetic community for over 20 something years. I work primarily with the Samoan community and the Micronesian community. And the other thing is, I'm sharing you my secrets. Pick up. They can go and pick it up. They just don't like to do monthly orders, right? They just don't like to do monthly orders, but they'll go pick up. So my goal is to help this community. I've been told that, we're trying to make money off of because I do deal a lot with the churches. It says, you're trying to make money off the churches. And I go, out of this church here, I only have 2 members that buys every other month. I don't think my income comes from that, right? I'm primarily, in the last 5 years, I've seen people pass away in their sleep with a heart attack, and they're in the 40s. They need this product just more than anything else. But anyway, let's talk about this. Let's walk through this thing about how helping you get people to help you share. How many guys care about your health and people's health? Raise your hand, right? Is it wrong for you to try to help their friends? No, right? Right? And you know what? All this friend, my leader says, John, you have shared with me, you really don't want to do doTERRA as a business. But what about your friends? Do you know if they would benefit from an AromaTouch or any of the products? That's all she did. And she called me. She was almost crying. She says, I'm going to do this. I can do this. And then one of the other friends, she said, I don't know anybody. And I go, did you know Chizuko's husband is a local person here and he has problems with his foot? Do you think maybe he knows people? She goes, so it's all about a mind shift change, opening your eyes to the possibilities. One of the biggest mind shift change, I think, when I do my doTERRA business, I work with some people, a lot of brand new people. And I ask for referrals. And sometimes people get upset. Aren't you going to sign up that person? I says, no, they're not interested. They just are happy that people come to. And let me give you a story about this person who referred her aunt from the Philippines. Her mom was married to a Japanese person. It's called Keiko Yamamoto. She had a stroke. And I contacted her. We're going to get together with some people. She had about 6 people there. And she was more excited to see her friends there than the fact that they're going to sign up with doTERRA. In fact, she was still not signed up, but she invited her friends because she wanted a gathering, and their friends came because they knew her and they knew she had a stroke and she was recovering. She was on a walker and everything. Do you have anybody that your friends, that people respect them, right? They'll say, okay, I know about 5 people that if this product works as it says, I think they need it. Right? I know that I know a lot of people in the church that are a little bit overweight. It's not about overweight, it's just metabolic health is bad. And it just grieves me to see them. 3 weeks ago, the person that Scotty, you know Ike, right? Is this guy? He showed up Sunday and he says, "I'm going to bring this pastor friend. He's a big network." And he never signed up anybody except for one person. That was Ike Sataraka. You know, and he became good friends. His wife was good friends. They knew my wife. His wife knew my wife. And when we had to move, I have this huge sofa that doesn't fit the elevator. And he turned around to his son. He was, at that time, the son was skinny. And his friends, they're all skinny. Okay, boys, up the stairs. They carried it up 11 floors. And 2 weeks ago, he passed away. He was diabetic, you know. So I wish that sometimes these products was available. I know our products work, but I don't think it was as convenient for the people. It's very affordable. If it's going to be close to the price of the Slim and Sassy, give or take a few dollars, it's the convenience, the how easy to take that I'm excited about. I've never doubted the product's ability to help people with, you know, blood sugar or all this kind of stuff. I've never doubted it. We've seen it. Scotty and I were there when Rachel Hidani was doing it, right? We know it works, but why do people don't use it? It's because of this. You really think about it. Or like Scotty said, this, it's kind of a hot, you know, oil. I mean, you know, if somebody showed Scotty's taking frankincense, they're going to say, "Are you kidding?" Right? 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 And that I knew was an obstacle on getting people on this thing. The price is not an obstacle. If it's close to what we're paying for Slim and Sassy, I'm going to use the Slim and Sassy metabolic blend, right? It's about $26, $29, $28, right? The gel caps is not that much more, right? And you can get it in beadlets and gum. So, you know, I've worked with people who has diabetes. It's just not convenient, I think. I'm hoping that's the issue, that they'll go ahead and go. I will tell you honestly, there's a lot of people that I met that don't like metformin. They just don't feel good taking metformin. And they're just looking for another solution, right? Yeah.
No,
So,
I
yeah.
had that the reformulation, they've taken out like the peppermint and the clove that was in it. The Slim and Sassy, it's all citrus now. It's a very different flavor, and it's easy to take. So
Yeah,
it's
because
really good.
the peppermint was kind of a, you know, yeah. But if it works, it works. It's in the gel caps. They've reformulated to where they do have the good results. But okay, so anybody here would like to talk about the mind shift change in finding connectors? Does it help? Yeah, and how does it help you?
Yeah, I think it helps me kind of visualize where I need to go with it. So I was just making a list kind of now of some people that I could use. You're talking about people on your team currently,
Currently, or
new
your
people
best friend that's not that
that
doesn't want
hasn't
it.
signed up yet. Okay,
Right.
yeah, that helped me because I thought, okay, if they know like 5 or 6 people who might be interested, then you know that they could start. And I think for me, my challenge is to find out or to talk to them about being a builder or to make the money. That
Uh-huh.
I don't feel comfortable with yet. So
Okay.
that's
So would it
that's what
bother
I have to
you?
look-
Would it bother you if you found a friend who doesn't want to be a builder or doesn't want to do doTERRA, but willing to give you 5 friends to help.
Oh, that'd be fine. Yeah.
You sure? Are you sure? Are you going to sit there and say, but 5 of them want to sign up, but aren't you going to sign up? This is where I see people really, in my opinion, kind of mess it up.
Well,
This,
so then at that point, I mean, at that point, I just kind of want to put it out and let them know what they're missing out on.
yes, yes.
So, but I don't know it well enough to convince them.
No, you don't have to. Just go ahead and sign them up because they're already giving you referrals because they like you and you're going to help their friends with their health.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys ever referred anybody to a restaurant and you don't get anything back?
Oh, yeah.
That's all you're doing. You're asking for people who's going to refer you to a good place.
Mm, okay.
Mhm. Okay, Kathy, good to see you. Is your hands up or you just high
Oh,
five?
because you had said who was interested in the mind shift change,
Uh-huh.
and so I raised my hand.
Oh,
I'll bring
okay.
it down.
No. But how are you doing with it? I know you're having success getting people on the convention tickets and kits.
Yeah, I was listening to last week's the last week's call that I missed. And it's kind of funny because it's just amazing in 1 week's time, so much new information has come out, right? I remember Colleen asked the question and you said, well, just wait until the 15th call, right? With Silvers and Up and just wait for that. And on the 15th, when that call came out, it was like, oh my God, I think it was like, that kind of helps every meeting that we go to that we talk about it, it just solidifies it a little more, right? And then Jolie said that, even Robert, right? There's just so many people you need to contact that I think for me, making that list and sticking to that list, right? Like I looked over my team and I know where my pukas are, right? And then I know the people who have cancer. I know the people who are overweight that would love to have the Meta, the Assist products. And who doesn't need the collagen, right? I mean, anybody over 25 should be using that. So it's like, oh my God, there's so many people. How do I narrow it down? And so I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to look at my org chart and I'm going to say, okay, where can I focus to get the power of 3? Because I got to start somewhere because I cannot blast everybody. That's just, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to make my weekly emails and all of that and do little teasers, but it can get so overwhelming. But if you have the plan, work the plan, right? So my plan is what is my power of 3 going to look like? How can I build it, right? And not even looking at a rank. I'm just looking at my power of 3. Where are the pukas? And I'm sorry, I just kind of like balawing of the mouth right now. But you asked for it because you called on me. But I just think that I'm so excited about this. It, like Scotty said before, and we've had a one-to-one about it. It's like this is like, who do you know that wants to get in on the ground floor of a product launch with a reputable company that has is known for its quality products, right? I mean, that really is, if you're not interested, do you know somebody who can? I have people that I know that I call my connectors, because influencers, some people kind of get a little offended by that, right? But I have people that, and I just purposely made it on 2 hands, 10 people, right? And that's exactly the question that I'm going to ask, because Scotty has mentioned it several times, right? And it's like, these are the people that I know people. Whether they want to be part of it or not, that's irrelevant. But if they know people that could use this, whether it's financial or it's the product to help improve their health, those are the people I want to talk to. right? And if you get them to make the connection, you've got instant credibility. So, I know we have a month, but that's just going to fly by so fast. So I'll work what I can, and then I'm going to pray to God that the rest going to follow. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to mute myself now to give somebody a chance.
Well,
Hi, Jenna.
and you know what,
All right.
Kathy, the difference now from what we did it 10 years ago to now, there's more systems to help back you up, more material.
Yes, right. There's a PowerPoint. There's a social media things that, I mean, they gave you the words. I mean, it's like, oh my God. I remember when I first joined, and we were trying to build, we were trying to share. And it's like, well, you got to be compliant, but it's like, well, what does that mean? Right? So now it's like they built it for you. It's, you don't want to do this. And I'm very careful now on the words that I use. I don't use build, I use share, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to build. I don't want to have to sell to my friends. And I'm thinking, oh my God, doTERRA is not like that. You cannot tell me that your friends, the people you care about, don't need these products. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, very good. Okay, anybody else? I don't know, Robert or Jolie or Tammy. I want everybody to have a, you know what? You notice that I haven't been pushing for more people to sign up for this because I really don't want a large group. The smaller groups are easier to work with, and we get to know each other, but we also can answer more questions to make sure this small group does well. Then the next batch will come in. We'll just do another one. We've done this. I did this in the Philippines. That particular group is still sticking together and working, Okay, so anybody else want to share? Do I pick on you? No. I learned not to pick on Kathy.
Well, this is Colleen.
Colleen, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. I was multitasking while you were talking because this is that time of night where multiple things are going on. But anyway, like Kathy was saying before, back in the days when we first started, it was like, how do we do this? Does anybody have a presentation? And now it's all available, which is really wonderful. Now the choice is, which one should I get? So because they're all good, and doTERRA puts out a lot of freebies for us to access, so definitely take advantage of that. I was looking through the PowerPoint. I haven't gotten all the way through it. I was just sitting there wondering, how do I approach it? Because everybody has a little bit different spin when they say it's all the same information, but it's different people. So take advantage of what doTERRA is providing. So, and your meetings, thank you, Howard, for putting it on, because it just gets me back and gets my brain back engaged after a little over 2 years of just having a different focus in my life, and just not doing doTERRA, because it was like, who do you talk to? Hardly anybody. When you stay at home, you don't talk to too many people. I talk to my dogs, but they don't care. But with this MetaPower, I think my belief is that everybody needs it. I don't care how old you are. You can be 25 and all the way up, because everybody needs it. I know for me, part of it is, every time you start going to your regular doctor's appointments, for those of us who do, you get a different, I call it scoldings from your doctor saying, you better watch this, you better watch that, your blood sugar is high, your cholesterol is high. Hey, your blood pressure didn't read so good, let me take it again. And, just things like that. And then if you go regularly, it gets kind of distressing after a while. So the excitement for me hearing those kinds of things is high. I have high hopes that this is going to help me turn stuff around. And I've been pretty good on watching all this stuff, but I still am not to the point where don't come see me, you're fine. I don't think I'll ever get to that point again in my life because I'm getting old. But anyway, but this is exciting and I think everybody needs it. So even with my, like I was saying earlier or last week, I put a Facebook Messenger out to, you know, friends who I know that I've signed up with doTERRA, and even if I got one person, they're still interested and at least they're seeing the words. And if I can get that one person to try it, and if she's successful, she'll help me sell more because she's an influencer for me. So
Good.
I'm excited that this has come out.
Good. Very good. Very good, Kelly. It's good to see everybody here. So if some of you have to go, it's fine. I just love to talk to everybody, but I won't be here till 12 midnight like Neil's team sometimes on the Saturday night. You know, that's a little late for me, but you know what? Yeah, but remember,
There, Jenna.
so really remember, what is it, the shift that you need to do? Mind shift. Everybody has a different mind shift. You know, one is I had to shift my team, my key people, my the staff that I have. They had to buy in that collagen is, and this MetaPower is going to be the focus. It's not because I think it will be the best. It's just where I want to be. Okay. And I'm only looking for people willing to make that shift. Why? Because I believe there is a huge market. And let me tell you my story about my first successful network marketing. I was making 10,000 a month, but it wasn't a health product. And Ike Satoraka and I've always been doing network marketing together. And we're getting colds, you know, catching colds and all this. And you know what we told ourselves? No matter how much money we're making, he says, you know, we need to find a company where we're going to take the products to be the, you know, be a product of the product that's going to take care of our health. You know, even though we were making money with that company, it really came to us that we're not healthier because we're not representing a product. And that's why I'm also excited about choosing a product with a good company that's now we're going to add on biological years to our health. You know, it's not only living longer, but biologically, we're going to stay healthier. So we will have classes again next week. Jake is going to come on the call. He's going to share more testimonies. He's going to tell us where we're going. As you know, the company keeps changing things, making it better for this convention, which is driving us kind of nuts. You know, how many knew that they increased kits to 2, right? You know, and then I was on the Diamond thing and said, are you going to send an email, team app? They said, no. And I said, and her comment was, they're going to announce it during the convention, but we're over there, you know, we want to be prepared. That's how prepared we are. Okay. There's going to be changes every day, I'm sure, that we're going to hear. We're also hearing testimonies from people. I didn't know Pamela Tamimura was one of the test people, one of the 200. So, you know, it's just amazing, you know, what we can do to so hang in there. Anybody else? Hey, Pi, how are you? Yeah.
Hi, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
she's
just saw the email.
oh yeah, she's from Japan. So is Japan excited about this collagen MetaPower?
Yeah, we are too.
Oh yeah. Japan has to pay 30% more. First of all, they pay 25% more on what we call NFR product. But with the yen exchange rate, it's another 30%.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. But there's still people interested in it. So why would they be interested? It's so expensive.
Maybe because it's really good. You have to live longer and you have to be younger, look younger. Yeah.
Oh, is that important to you?
Yes, of course. Super.
Yeah. And there's people in the Philippines already taking. So it just tells us it's not only there's people willing to look into that. The more I find here's how this is how I do it. When a company comes out with a product like this, I ask around if there's going to be people interested. And the funny thing is, I'm finding out that other people are interested. They're already buying it. They didn't tell me they're buying this kind of stuff, right? So it's just exciting that we can offer this to all these people. Anybody else want to share before we close out? I want to make sure everybody we have answered their concerns. We want a session that helps you, Tammy or Jenna or Jolie or Pi. I will send you a recording of this because you came late.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No
But thank you
problem.
for the recording.
Anybody else? Okay, so Carlisle will be talking about Basecamp. We're bringing it to Hawaii. She's bringing it. She's heading it. It's going to be tentatively October 1st and 2nd. She wanted on the 31st, but I believe September will be a month that some people are going to hit rank. They're going to need the 31st to focus, right, Scotty? Right? So why have something like Basecamp? It means, what do you do with so many people coming into your team? This will help you answer how to build your team. Okay, going towards post-convention. This is after convention. You're going to get excited. I know you're going to get excited. You're going to wish you had told more people to get on the products. You're going to get excited. People are going to sign up, but what do you do with them going into post-convention? How are you going to take care of them, right? Right? This is where the strategies come in. So, and then she's talking about, this is a 2-day session. In the future, we're thinking about an overnight thing. And you know what? I'm glad she's taking care of this. It's a huge project and she loves huge projects. And, this is one more thing I don't want to worry about. And I think I just want to get you guys build momentum and grow your business. So, and then the following week, Holland will talk about it. Some of us already know some of the ingredients, but we can't publicly state it. I think Lisa knows too, Scotty knows. And we're training on these ingredients. So if you see classes where they're talking about, oh, what is NA, NAD, MNN, whatever, and all these things, without saying it, it's part of the ingredients. Okay, I'm just going to let you know. Learn about it, because that's what's going to be. Our collagen is not just collagen. It has other enhancements. Those of you who were on the call, I think it was on the second call that they talked about the 4 type of fish that they use. I don't remember seeing on the first one. There's 4 types of fish that is part of the collagen, how they get the collagen. So it's interesting. More and more of this information is coming out. So we're trying to make sure you folks get it. I think, Scotty, you're sending information too. But collectively, let's try to help each other and become younger and healthier. So if there's nobody who wants to say anything, we can end the call so you can go to the next call or whatever. Okay.
We have a call tomorrow, right, Howard?
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Yes.
I'm telling you, tomorrow is Thursday. Carlisle will be on.
Okay.
Carlisle will be on. She's a dynamic speaker. She's really working on it. She went all the way to Utah to attend Basecamp. She was debating to go to Diamond Retreat and not going to Basecamp. And I says, Basecamp, and she's been to all the prog meetings with Elise, back to basic. And she says this is one of the best ever that she's been to. So, the idea is to have Basecamp in Hawaii to give you a feeling what it is. Then some of you may want to go to Utah to the Basecamp And she's asking, don't say anything, Jake to come to this, maybe even Kirk Hamilton. Tomorrow, that's at 6 p.m. Please register, show the love to get other people to come. And then Jake will be on next week's call again. And then Holland will talk about the products, and that'll be it. And no, then I'm trying to get other speakers like Pamela Tamimura and a few others to talk about the experience. I saw her testimony. It's unbelievable. Okay. So we want to do all this and get more people testimony on this. And the more testimonies you hear, by the time convention comes, I think you will have many, many, many people on their tickets. So some of you get back with your uplines. They already can get the convention list from their account managers to know who's coming, who's signed up for virtual and for convention. Wouldn't you like to know who's already signed up for the kits? I mean,
Yeah,
convention tickets, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can either get your account manager, or I can get it for you. Scotty, you have to do it for your team. I think Lisa and Neil, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but they can get it for you to know who's already going to that virtual convention.
Cool.
You mean online, buying a kit online?
Not the kit, but the ticket.
I mean, buying the online ticket, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
We already have the report. I'm gonna ask for it again next Monday. So, we can call, hey, you did not order yet, right? The last thing you want to know is they're getting excited. The thing that always happens, I can't get on. I can't register, right? That's the one. And meanwhile, you're paying attention to the presentation, right? And they're messaging you, I can't get on. I can't get on. No, so let's do this. Okay.
Howard,
Yes.
when you stop recording, I want to say something.
All right. All right, everybody. We have some amazing words from Scott.